So you love being the age you are right now.
I love it.
It's a good time in your life to be this age.
My daughter doesn't agree with that because she's 21 and sometimes they think, oh, is that your sister?
Welcome to CelinaRadio.com. Recorded right here in Celina, Texas, a quiet little dusty, sleepy town that has absolutely nothing going on. Guys, this is Celina, Texas, and we've got everything going on here. Right now, this music, straight from Spain, is just absolutely blowing my mind. This stuff is so great, and you're going to understand why I have music from Spain on the show today when you hear more about today's guest and her story, what she does, how she got to where she's at, and where she's headed. But who is it? It's Karla Vargas. She runs the Donkey and Horse Rescue right there on Preston Road by Brookshires. You've seen her donkeys out there plenty of times, but what you may not know is that every single one of them has had their life saved by Karla. And something else you probably don't know is that Karla is a classically trained executive chef. But if you think that's all there is to Karla Vargas, then you're in for a real surprise. And don't forget about July the 8th, when our video drops. What video, you might ask? Well, only the video of the Chief of Police, John Cullison, having an indoor fishing challenge with Celina Mayor Sean Terry. And they participated in this little event that we created for them to help raise awareness for Karla's rescue. And after you listen to today's show, you're going to understand, and we're going to tell you how you can help as well. But guys, for right now, let's sit back and listen to my interview with Karla Vargas. Guys, I am here with Karla Vargas, and you may not know that name just yet, but you will. And the reason you will, believe it or not, is probably because of a donkey. So Karla, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me here with you.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. And we wanted to talk because you actually are known for having the donkey rescue that's in Celina. Nearly everybody has to have seen it by now, and it's located right there by Brookshires. And people drive by, they see these donkeys, and then now I think you've got a banner up or a sign, so they're starting to pay attention. So what's the name of the place over there? Like, what do you call that donkey? I'm gonna call it a donkey hangout. It's really a rescue. What do you call that?
I call that my haven.
Your haven.
Yes.
Is there an official business name of that? Is there a website? Is there anything like that where people could go and find out about that?
Absolutely. It's called donkeyandhorserescue.org.
Okay, that sounds awesome, and I want to know all about that. And we're gonna get a little bit into who you are and stuff like that as well. But right now, let's talk about those donkeys. I mean, what an amazing thing. I actually have two myself, handful of horses, all that fun stuff, and I love them. They are so much fun. Now, my donkeys are minis. Okay, so I don't know if that officially counts as a real donkey or not, but tell us about that out there. What's going on out there?
We have a total of 28 donkeys right now. So we have all kinds, and miniatures, we have standard sizes, we have regular sizes, have a couple mules. They're called, we name them Ricky and Lucy.
Nice.
So they're husband and wife.
Right.
But they are standard mules, so they're a little different than the donkeys. They're part of the equine world anyways. And I have a couple of horses on the haven up there too, that they are for adoption. Every single one of those babies are ready to be adopted and go to their forever home.
So I'm assuming that you either bring these, as you say, these babies, these donkeys and these equine animals, because it sounds like you do more than just donkeys. I mean, would you take a horse, for example? Could you do that there or not?
Yes.
So you don't probably just find those walking around the streets of Celina, but how do you get them? Like, how do they find their way to the haven?
I have to go find them. I have to go to the skill pens, and I say I have to, but I don't have to. My heart is out there for them. There's a lot of animals that need homes, and people are not aware of this slaughter homes or this holding pens. I go to Bowie holding kill pen. I go to Elkhart, Bastrop, Texas. There's another kill pen behind Texas Motor Speedway. I mainly work with those 4 places, and you go there and you pay a bell to get the horses or the mules or the donkeys out of that place, because they're fixing to head out to Canada or Mexico, and they are already tagged for meat or glue.
Wow.
And so I created this organization 12 years ago, and I just dedicated my soul for those babies out there. My heart goes out there for them, and I'm a small rescue here in Celina, across the street from Brookshire.
Well, you may be a small rescue, but what you're doing is amazing, and you're in a great location right there. So how many animals do you think you have out there right now?
Right now, they are about 25.
Wow, 25. And you've got to take care of those. You've got to feed them. I'm assuming there's vet bills. There's all kinds of things. I know just with my handful that I have on my property, they take a fair amount of, effort to keep everything good, keep them alive, keep them happy. So how do you function? How do you finance these little animals and keeping them alive?
I know, right? My husband and I will have deep conversations about that. It takes a lot of money. You have to find people that are willing to help you with donations as well. I have a website that has a link to a PayPal account. I've been using Williamson Stevens, which is a hospital in Argyle and Pilot Point, for the last 7 years. I love them. They actually have 5 of my donkeys out there right now, waiting to be castrated.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of boys that need to be castrated, and those are unfortunately the ones that they are, filling up those kill pens because nobody wants to deal with those. So they require more money. So yes, I do need help from the, any other person that is willing to help me.
Yeah, from the community. So
yes.
I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people out there who would love to help you and help save lives and that sort of thing. And so they can do that through your website. Is that correct? They can actually,
yes.
You said there's a PayPal link or whatever. And is there any other contact information? Is there an email, a phone number? Is there anything else like that you want to share that people could reach out to you and maybe offer some sort of financial support or anything like that?
Yes, there's actually, I have a QR code at a banner there. There's several banners at the location in Celina what my haven is, and if you scan that QR code, it leads you to my website. It has a phone number that it's directly to my cell phone.
Okay.
So I'm answering constantly, phone calls from people, and there's a lot of people that have called me in the last couple of months ever since Celina Lifestyle Magazine did that ad, and I am very thankful for the support of that, and so happy and so blessed to continue to do this, to be honest, and thank you for having me here too.
Oh yeah, no, it is absolutely my pleasure. When I found out a little bit about what was going on over there, I knew I had to find you, whoever you were, and I didn't know at the time, and reach out and see if we could talk about what was going on. And as it turns out, it's actually a fantastic and amazing story. So you'll drive, how far what's the furthest kill pen that you go to right now to do a rescue?
Well, it's about 4-hour drive.
Okay, so you'll take off 4 hours, and then I'm assuming you have some sort of a process. You make your selections. You pay the fee to save these lives. You load them up in a trailer.
Yes.
And then you bring them back to Celina, Texas, and tell me what happens from there. Is there a veterinarian involved, or what's the process?
Yes. So I take a decision if on my way back from the slaughter pen, I just go straight to Weems and Stevens or another vet clinic and just drop the babies and just say, okay, this horse comes with me, or this donkey comes directly, just take them to the hospital. They need immediate attention. And so, but if not, then they'll come to Celina with me, and then we start a quarantine process right there, where we decided which direction we're going with them, whether they need a farrier, they need extra attention, or just turn them out there in the quarantine pen and just let them be donkeys and acclimate themselves.
Let them sit out there and watch all the people drive by on Preston Road. And I've seen so many people pull over and do pictures, and they'll bring apples and stuff like that out there. They'll do all kinds of stuff. So it's what a great location.
Yes.
To have all this. If you're gonna do it, you could be stuck off in some corner of Celina that nobody knows about, but you're right on Preston Road, and everybody goes to Brookshire's, right? So everybody knows you're there.
Yes, I love that. Actually, they can go grocery store and they can also go donkey shopping.
That's right. It's all right there together. That's amazing. What a blessing that is.
Yes.
And I have to ask, we're going to talk a little bit about you, of course, but how far back in your memory do you have of your first experience with a donkey or something like that just kind of sticks out in your mind? Because I'm certain there's something there that makes you love them so much.
Yes. Well, when I was the age of 4, I got on my first horse with my father. And at the age of 9, they put me on a donkey.
Wow. So you started at that point, and did you know back then you're like, okay, I love these guys. They're awesome.
They are, absolutely. I mean, they touch my soul. I love them. Donkeys more than anything. They are the abandoned, just forgotten animal, and they carry the cross in their back.
Wow.
And so the youngest baby donkey is the one that carried Jesus to the crucifix. So I absolutely love that from the donkeys. And again, I love my horses and mules, but any kind of challenge I get, I'll take them. That the donkeys have a particular spot in my heart.
Yep, and I can tell that, and I knew that after talking to you for just a few minutes. I was like, okay, she loves these animals, so you're just taken by them, and it's what your mission in life is to take care of them. But that's not the only thing you do. You are also involved in your life with some very regal and royal horses, okay? And we're talking about Andalusians, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you just had me meet somebody a while ago out there, and that was a very, very awesome thing for me. I'm so glad you asked me to come over here. Tell me who it is that I just met out there.
You met Carlino, our friend from Spain. That he is, he's from Jaén, Spain, and he is a professional horsemanship from dressage, which in Spain they call Doma Clásica. So that's just something that it's fascinating for me. I'm coming from the Western, world, cutting and roping and barrels, and dressage is totally a different world. And so we're very blessed to have him here. My friend Kat hired him to train her Andalusian horses, and it's just fabulous work what he does.
It is. It's amazing to watch him and just the regalness of the horse, and then you understand the connection between the trainer and the horse, and then you get it. Yes. It's very formal and it's very beautiful. So to me, I see you out here with the Andalusians and in this world, and I've watched you some today doing all of the stuff with these very regal royal horses, I keep saying. and then you save donkeys.
Yes.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, what a great thing. Do you feel like sometimes you see this other world and, you know, these little donkeys, these little guys are never really going to have that opportunity to be in the arena, to be in the show, to be in the, you know, in the spotlight, so to speak. So your heart kind of goes out to them a little more because,
Absolutely.
like you said, they're kind of forgotten.
Absolutely. I think that they deserve the same chance. And that's what drives me to go to those kill pens and take 4 or 5 hours of my time, or even missing a show or a day of work, just to go out there for them because they need to be out of there.
I hope that you are enjoying this episode of CelinaRadio.com with Karla Vargas. As you can tell, she is doing some amazing work, but she needs our help. CelinaRadio.com has partnered with some of the city leaders in an effort to raise awareness about her mission over there to save these little donkeys. So if you will, go to CelinaRadio.com/donkey and see how you can get involved, how you can help, and have a little fun along the way. CelinaRadio.com thanks you, and I know Karla Vargas and every one of those little babies out there is very, very grateful for all of your help, your love, and support. Give me an idea. So if a person was going to help you, obviously financial help is always good because there's so many expenses. Is that the primary way, or are there other ways that people can help? Like would it be possible, for example, for someone to say go buy some hay or some feed or a mineral block or something like that? It just what ways can people help?
Yes, absolutely. All the above, actually. I have found wonderful people in the community of Celina where ever since, again, the ad, it's brought me with a lot of people that wants to help. And I have had a lady, Kim, that she donates, hay, calling to Tractor Supply and say, hey, have Karla go pick it up. DNL people knows me as well. So the Donkey Haven, I want 10 bells for the Donkey Haven. Okay. Then they call me. Karla, there you go. Your lucky day.
Very, very, very cool.
Or just, come with me one of these days to the slaughterhouse. I invite you to take a day off and you ride with me. I'll be the driver. I have the trailer, and let's just go out there. You pay the bail if you want to donate some money, or you just donate it straight to Wings and Stevens. I have a vet bill there too.
Yeah, you've kind of got a running balance that.
Yeah, it's constant for the last 12 years. By the way, it's endless.
I can only imagine, and so that brings up a good question. How long have you been doing this?
12 years, and as long as my heart keeps telling me to do it, and my passion, and I'm physically capable and mentally capable to do it, I will not stop.
Yeah, I don't really see you stopping anytime soon. Yeah. I think this is kind of your this is part of your calling, but ironically, this wasn't your original calling, so to speak. You are actually a formally trained culinary chef. What's the correct term? What is that?
I am an executive chef, graduated in Mexico City.
So you technically have a lot of knowledge about cooking and food and all that sort of thing. So I see these Andalusians to the donkeys, and then I see an executive chef to someone who's out here doing rescue work and working with these horses and stuff, and it's amazing. So would you call that balance or imbalance? To me, it sounds like balance.
Sounds pretty good. We just have a good glass of Vino and good cooking after you ride these horses or you go rescue some donkeys. I'm just very blessed.
Absolutely. Yes. Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. So how long ago did you go through all of your culinary training?
22 years ago I graduated, and so
22 years ago. Mm-hmm. And do you miss that work at all, or is it just not really, not so much anymore?
I do. I actually do. I mean, I love restaurants, and if I had a chance, I will put a good restaurant around here. But it's just time consuming. So I don't want to give up on my babies and donkeys, and it's one or the other.
Right. No, I understand. It's usually the one thing tends to take all of our time and all of our resources and our money and stuff like that. And I certainly understand that. So we're going to talk a little bit, since you talked about you would put a restaurant in somewhere around here. We're going to talk just a little bit about that. And we're going to learn a little bit more about you personally. Are you okay with that?
I am perfectly fine.
We've gone down this road. We're talking about kill pens and rescuing donkeys, and so in the spirit of balance, we want to learn a little bit more about you. So tell us how many, first of all, because I already know the answer to this, how many different languages do you speak?
2.
You speak 2, and you speak them both very well. So what's your primary language?
Spanish.
Okay, and you've heard me trying to speak a little Spanish today. Give me a grade so far. A being really good and an F being really bad. How's my Spanish so far?
Actually a B. Okay. I'll give you a B.
I'll take that. For a guy who hasn't used his Spanish in a long time, I'll take that.
You got great accents. So.
I like that. I've got questions right here on these pieces of paper, and you've not heard anything about these. You don't know anything about what's on these pages. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you've got a little apprehensive look on your face right now. Yep. Okay, so I'm not even going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to literally jump into these and see how you do. Okay, so there's no right or wrong answer because this is all about you.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so let's see. What's the weirdest crush you've ever had on somebody?
I think it was a neighbor.
Oh, yeah?
Back in Mexico City.
Okay, all right. And I'm sure there's a little bit of a story there. Mm-hmm. But we're going to probably have a follow-up interview, so I'm going to ask you about that whenever. Yeah. I'm going to ask you actually when we're not recording
That's a good idea.
That's probably a good idea.
Yep.
So if I told you right now that I lost my phone, this is actually a question. If I said I lost my phone and I need to borrow yours for the next hour, would you be comfortable letting me borrow your phone for an hour?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll give you the password right now.
Okay, that's awesome.
Pick and choose what donkey do you want because it's full of donk pics.
That is awesome. Give me an idea of what is one of the most useless things that they teach in college right now. Like, what's a useless major, direction, or class or something that they teach? What's something you think is just like, why do they even teach that?
Okay, to me, when I was in culinary school, why do I need biology and chemistry for? Like, I'm not going to do that in the kitchen.
Yeah. So it just didn't make any sense, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you. My question is, why do we need math?
Well, math you need it to know if you're going to make or lose money at the restaurant.
You're supposed to agree with me that we do not need math because I am not good at it. So, not to get back serious and everything, but you could probably shed a lot of tears just over the stuff that you're working with the rescue and stuff.
Actually, I did that yesterday too, delivering a donkey, and this donkey kept coming back at the gate.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Was it just terrible? I mean, it was heartbreaking.
It was, but it was just so... It just makes my heart happy because it's a wonderful family that rescued him at Santo, Texas.
So he did actually get rescued?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now I can actually feel a little bit better because I'm sitting here, literally, my heart's breaking. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if he kept coming back to the gate, I would just be... When
he was dropped off to his forever home, so he's like, Mommy, can I have another hug?
Oh man, that's so awesome. Okay, that is fantastic. If you could level up in life like they do on video games,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know how many video games you play, but you actually start out
Mario Bros.
There you go, right?
Can I go into level 6?
Yeah, you could. So what's your next level in life? What's the next level for you?
Move it to my barn. And get with this royalty horses that you said they stole your heart a little bit while ago.
Right.
yeah, I would love to continue with that for the rest of my life.
So you are kind of starting your own business now, totally aside and separate from the rescue. The rescue is like a persistent, it's going to be there kind of thing.
Yes.
What is this new adventure that you're trying to go on? What are you trying to do?
We're trying to get settled with all our Andalusian horses and the studs, and just educate the community about them. I mean, there's a lot of cutting horses and Arab horses around here, not so much of the Andalusian, since these babies were imported from Spain, Malaga. They're just absolutely beautiful souls, and just get the people, get to know them.
Right.
And especially with Catalino, we're very blessed to have him here.
Absolutely. Super, super nice guy. And I feel like when I'm talking to him, I feel like I'm talking to some sort of a really special person. Like he's just like almost royal as the horses. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's kind of like how I feel.
Very
too.
dignified, very just I don't know, the kind of stuff you see in movies and TV. So I am very, very interested in what he's doing here, and I know he's also working to establish himself in this country, and so we definitely want to be a part of helping him do that. It's just been we want to help you, we want to help him, we want to. Celina is an amazing community, and when this community wraps around you, there is virtually nothing that you can't accomplish. So I think you guys are in the right place at the right time. But back to my less serious questions here. Do you go ever to eat anywhere in Celina? Like, do you ever go over to the Celina Square and eat or anything like that? Oh my
gosh, yes, all the time.
Give me an idea.
Joey knows me all the time and Toasted Walnut. He's like, again?
They're like, you're back, and you're like, I sure am. Yes. That's awesome. So what do you get when you go to Toasted Walnut?
I love their brisket tacos.
Oh, really? Wow. Very, very interesting.
Tender Frito Pie is my favorite.
Really? Did you know I didn't even know they had that?
Oh, gosh.
Like, I literally just discovered that right now. I had no idea. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being great, how would you rate I know this is going to sound weird, your age that you are now? Like I love being it, so I'm like, it's like level 10 being my age, or it's like it's terrible, it's a level 1 being my age. What rate the age you're at right now?
I am in 10 or 15.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you love being the age you are right now.
I love it.
It's a good time in your life to be this age.
My daughter doesn't agree with that because she's 21, and sometimes they think, oh, is that your sister? No.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
that is
Maria.
Awesome. Yep. I love that. Do you believe that it's a God thing that you are where you are right now?
Absolutely. He put me right here. It's the best moment of my life.
That is fantastic. What a great thing. And you told me before, and maybe I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I'm going to mention it anyways. And I can edit it out if we need to. But okay. you were actually a cheerleader at some point.
Oh,
is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about that.
I was
cheerleader.
National cheerleader for 4 years, and I was a captain of the team leaving high school, and I got recruited a team in Dallas. So,
wow, that is awesome. Yeah. And I won't push too hard on that, okay. But you have been a cheerleader.
Yes.
And so what was that like? Was that awesome?
That was awesome. That was, again, but I wouldn't change those moments to this moments right now. 18 comparing to 44, I am the best of my life.
Very good. It's always good to enjoy where you're at right now. So do you have, from your entire life, do you have a movie that you really like?
Yes, Harry Potter.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of Harry Potter.
So Harry Potter and Frito Pie.
Yes. and And good vino.
Right, absolutely. I mean, you've got to have that, right?
You got to have that with a Frito Pie, too.
So this former cheerleader who is very involved with these very regal horses, saves donkeys, eats Frito Pie, and watches Harry Potter. So do you ever look at your life and think, wow, but that's amazing?
That is amazing.
It's not boring.
Nope.
It's not dull. It's not bad. It's fun, right?
It is amazing. Yes.
Absolutely.
Very blessed.
And I agree with that. I think that everything you're doing here, I mean, it truly is. It's like, well, I'm going to say it's God's work because that's what I think it is. Anytime you can save an animal, my wife has done rescue for years, and I see all of these cases, and I see just the heartbreak and the tears and the crying and the agony and all of that stuff that goes into that.
Yes.
That a lot of people never see.
Absolutely.
They never realize what it takes behind the scenes to be that person. But thankfully in Celina, Texas, guess what? We've got you, Karla Vargas, and I just appreciate everything you're doing. I know everybody else is. I would encourage everybody to go to your website, to come visit with you, to be a part of everything you've got going on. And I'm going to ask you this: would you be willing, down the road, you're going to get your new business is going to get going. You're going to get kind of settled in. You've got some things going on in the whole horse world right now. Once everything gets settled down, would you come back and do a follow-up episode with us?
Oh, I would love to. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
So
we're gonna take. I did some great video today of the royalty from Spain. That's what I'm gonna call him because he's awesome. And we're gonna put that up. We're also going to go out to the Haven, and we're going to do some video out there. So all of that will be put together and posted up. And hopefully we will get you some focus and some attention and really kind of, you know what? And let me just tell y'all something right now. Let me tell you how real this girl is right now. We're literally sitting in a trailer on a horse property. We're doing this podcast. There's 1,000 things going on, but she literally unplugs everything just long enough to do this. We're sitting in here. There's a giant wasp flying around us that obviously came in a while ago. I pointed out while we're talking so that she can see it. She looks back at me, shrugs her shoulders like, no big deal. That is just one more facet of somebody that I'm just going to say the amazing Karla Vargas.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and I look forward to having you on.
Me too.
Again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Guys, that is Karla Vargas, and obviously she's pretty awesome. So check out her website, check out the thing that we're doing in conjunction with the chief of police and the mayor of the city of Celina, and we're trying to get a little help for Karla, for the donkeys, and just be an awesome community. So it's celinaradio.com/donkey. The video of the challenge between the chief and the mayor drops on July the 8th. You're going to want to see that because it was an awesome time, and there's a little surprise in there that's just going to kind of make everything even more fun. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. You are awesome. Celina, Texas is awesome. And this is celinaradio.com. Share it with your friends, post it on your social media, and check out the rest of our episodes. We've got some fantastic stuff coming up, and you're going to love it. So, guys, as always, God bless, and we'll see you on the next show.